What is up, guys? Today we're going to talk about the Southport rat again, and I'm going to talk about what his time will be like in prison. Based on my opinion, it's an educated opinion. I've spent a lot of years in prison. I've been through the system. I know what it's like. I'm not proud of it, but in the words of any shit YouTuber ever, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do. So he went in court yesterday, and I noticed he was. I'll put the picture in the thumbnail. He was in court like that. Now, I don't know why. Maybe someone's farted in the gallery. But what's more likely, in my opinion, he's got one of those terrorist things going on, and they've probably told him you need to shave that, because they're trying to hide it from everyone. And he said no, and they said, well, you have to cover it up, so that's why he's going like that. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's just my thought on the matter. And it just blows my mind. How have we got to this point where he got adjourned till January, apparently, so that's when he's going to next be in court. But how have we got to a point now where Tommy Morrison, I can't say his real name, unless it just gets deleted, is having a worse time in prison than this guy. This guy, right? He goes out, does what he did to those little girls, stabbing them through the neck, and he's having a better time in prison than the guy who's trying to stop people from doing this. Just let that sink in. How have we got to that point where we're treating them better than the guys that are trying to stop it? It feels like every day something more ridiculous happens, and I'm just left gobsmacked. It's just unbelievable. I'm at loss for words, it's just absolutely ridiculous. But, they're trying to, and another thing, all those people, when it first happened, people were saying, he's a Christian, he's from Wales, he's not a terrorist. And people that were saying he was are in prison. But now it's come out, he's got the booklet and all the writing and all that. So now it's obvious that he was what they're saying. So they're in prison. So what now? Are they going to let him out? Because it was all true what they were saying. So, it's, I don't know, my mind's baffled by it all. It's just this country, what we live in now. I have never known anything like this, where somebody does what he's done and we're not allowed to talk about it. I've never ever known that. How can you send people to prison for saying words? It's just, I just can't believe it. It is absolutely mental. But anyway, this guy is in prison now. Now, I've never been on a protection wing. I don't know that much about it. But in Doncaster, which is my local jail, they used to put regular inmates on the yard, and the nonce wing was there, so you could see it. But they used to black all the windows out, bolt the windows shut, so you can't throw shit through the windows, you can't nick out of the windowsill, you can't give them any stick, because you can't see who's in there. But there was a time in Donning where they used to put the basic inmates on the same wing as the nonces. And obviously they wouldn't let them out at the same time, but a basic inmate is somebody who's broken the rules in prison, got into trouble, so they take away all the privileges, put them in a cell, banged up, like 23 hours a day, and it's punishment. And they used to put the same people, the punishment cases on the same wing as the sex cases. And every now and again they would open the nonces in the morning and the basic in the afternoon. But every now and again one would get caught on the phone and they'd let him out by accident and they'd just run straight over and smash him in. Because that's what happens to nonces, they get smashed on sight. But yeah, they used to put us on the yard and you could see the cells and they were all blacked out and bolted shut. So that's what his life's going to be like now. He's just going to be sat in a dark room for 23 hours a day, and he might get out for half an hour around the yard. And if he gets out on the yard, everybody's just going to be hammering him, giving him grief. Everybody wants to get at him, I can't imagine that they're going to be able... I'm sure they're spending millions trying to protect this dude, but I can't imagine that they're going to be successful all the time. There's going to be a point, like, for instance, I think when they take the nonces for visits, I think they're still allowed to visit. Because I used to see them, and they used to come with 2 screws either side, getting escorted to a visit. That's how you knew they were a nonce or a grass or whatever. But, you know, there's people in prison, people like Brett May, you know, it'll be just on sight. If he sees him in there, I mean, I know he's not gonna, but if someone like him sees him getting escorted by the screws, they don't care about the screws. They're just going to be straight into him and smash him on sight. Because that's what happens to nonces. And this guy's like a super nonce, you know. Everybody wants to get at him. And I can't imagine they're going to be able to keep him safe all the time. There's going to become a point where somebody makes a mistake or somebody unlocks the wrong door, and they're just going to rush him and pull him apart. And that's what his life's going to be like now. He's going to be, and for me, it's not enough. For me, what they should do with people like that, you know, people like school shooters, those sort of people, they should give them to the cartel and let them get Funky Town on them. You know, peel the face off and just really, really give them it. Because, you know, they do too much to protect these people. So that's why they do it, because they know there's hardly any consequences. Especially now, if you even talk about it, you get in trouble. It's just mind-boggling. But anyway, yeah. So that's what his time's going to be like in prison. You know, he's going to be a target. He's going to be #1 target, because anybody who manages to get to it, even me, you know, I'm not a tough fighting man. You know, I don't usually bother with nonces and grasses. I'll just stay away from them. But this guy, I'm telling you now, I would definitely steam him, you know, with everything, do him dirty. And most people think like that now. If they see him, it's on sight. And I just hope that one day somebody unlocks the wrong door and someone like Brett May gets into a cell with him. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. But yeah, that's what his life's going to be like, sat in a dark room all day. Can't even open the windows. Can't mix with other people. You know, all he gets is half an hour on the yard, and every time he goes out, people are just going to be hurling abuse, throwing shit at him. And rightly so. He deserves nothing less. Absolute horrible, disgusting rat. But anyway, that's the video for today. If you like this video, press the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Nerf the pap.